Hello, and welcome to OnPar Technologies demonstration on how to use the Skype for Business meeting function. My name is Emily Venable, and I am the Sales and Solutions Specialist here at OnPar Technologies. Today, I will be running a Skype for Business meeting from start to finish, so you can see every step required to host a successful meeting. Today, we are going to invite two individuals to the meeting. Carrie Peters from within my company, who already has a Skype for Business account, and Betsy Vaughn from an outside company who does not have a Skype for Business account. To invite my participants, we are going to begin in Outlook. I'm going to click on New Item and select Skype Meeting. I will then add the emails of the two people I wish to participate, Carrie and Betsy. I will then give my meeting a subject, and I will then select a start time and end time for my meeting and click Send. You will now see in my calendar that the meeting is on my calendar. You can right-click from here and click Join Skype Meeting. Or from Skype itself, you can click on the Meetings tab, which is the calendar icon. And right now, it is not showing in here. There it is. And just took it a second. And I can double click from here and join the meeting, which is what I'm going to do. So here is my meeting. Now let's see what Carrie is experiencing from her point of view. You can see Carrie received the meeting invitation. She can accept or decline this inside of the email. Once she has accepted the meeting, it will be added to her Outlook calendar, and a reminder will be sent when the meeting is about to begin. Since she already has Skype for Business installed, the meeting will also appear under her Meetings tab as well. Although most users with Skype for Business have already selected their audio preference, you may be prompted to choose between computer audio, which requires speakers, microphone, and it usually works better with a headset, or you can do a phone call where you can enter your phone number and Skype will call you and allow audio to begin. You can choose no audio, but this is usually not recommended as the only way to communicate during the meeting would be to use the chat box. I will show you that a little later. Now let's see what Betsy is experiencing on her end. Remember, Betsy is not a part of our company and she does not have Skype for Business. As you can see, Betsy is logged into her email and she has received the meeting invitation as well. The only option she has to join the meeting is directly from the link inside the email. If she clicks the link inside the email, she will be prompted to join using the Skype web app. This is a simple plugin and it installs very quickly. She will be able to click on Join the Meeting and be able to open the Skype Meetings app. Once she has opened it, she is going to be prompted to type in her name or to sign in with Office 365 if she has an account. For this demo, Betsy will just type in her name and click Join Meeting. As you can see, her meeting looks slightly different than what Carrie and I see. But in the bottom left, she still has the option to join chat with the group, video share, or share her screen if she's given permission to do so. Betsy will also have the option of using a phone call for audio or chat for communication. For this demo, she does not have an audio device, so she's going to use the chat window. As you can see, she has said hello to the group. Now let's switch back to my view for a moment and see what the presenter sees. I have already set up the audio for my meeting, and I will be using the computer audio experience. Since I have joined, I can now see that all three participants are in the meeting as well. Let's look at a few of the symbols or icons to see what they mean. At the top right of each participant's box, you will be able to see that they have a microphone with a slash through it. That means they are currently muted. We know that Betsy is not using audio since she is using the chat box. I can expand the chat box by clicking on the bottom left, and now I can see Betsy's comments. The push pin at the top right of the box allows you to pin these people to the main screen. This comes in handy if they're using a webcam to participate and will allow you to see that person throughout the entire meeting. If you have many people in a group, This comes in handy as people will switch around as they start to talk and different people's boxes will pop up at the top, so you can pin the people that are most important or the people that are using video conferencing. Also at this point, or at any time throughout the meeting, anyone can add participants by clicking on the group of people in the top right of the meeting box. You can invite people by using your Skype and selecting someone who's already on your list, or by typing in a phone number. Betsy can also do this, and she can invite them by phone or email. If you choose by phone, they will receive a phone call to join the audio, or if you select them from the Skype list or type in their email, they will get an invite to click on the meeting link. Then they can choose their audio device. Now let's look at restricting some users and restricting their activities during the meeting. If you click on the ellipses in the bottom right of your screen and select Skype meeting options, you're going to see the meeting options you have. You have a couple of options here. You can choose whether or not you want to use a lobby to have your users wait in a lobby until you are ready to invite them into the meeting. You can choose who is able to present. You can choose who can annotate on a PowerPoint presentation and who can look at content on their own. If you're unsure when to use these, click on the links and it will tell you when is the best time to use these. Right now, I am going to use the default. As you can see, the only people who can share are people in my organization. I'll show you how to let Betsy share later. Now, since this is an important meeting, I want to make sure I remember what happens during the meeting, so I'm going to record it. Let me show you how to do this. Once again, you're going to click on the ellipses and you're going to click Start Recording. The symbol at the top right of the screen, the circle with the red dot, symbolizes that the recording has started. New options have now appeared at the bottom right of the screen that allow you to control the recording. From here, you can pause or you can stop the recording at any time. For right now, I'm going to go ahead and stop the recording. We'll come back to this later. Now I will show you how to share your screen or presentations with your group. By clicking on the screen icon at the bottom, you will get a few options. The first one right here is Share Your Desktop. When you click this, you're going to see all of your monitors. So if you have multiple monitors, you're going to want to choose which monitor you want to share. I'm going to choose my primary monitor and click Share. Now, if we look at Carrie's view, you're going to see that Carrie is now able to see my Office 365 portal that I'm sharing on my screen. It might take just a minute to load, but there it is, and she can now see everything that I'm doing. To stop sharing your screen, you can hover over the top and click Stop Sharing, or from my main presenter screen, I can click Stop Sharing in the top middle of the screen. Now also from the Share Content button or Share Screen button, you can share PowerPoint presentations. It'll open up your File Explorer, then you pick the presentation you want to share. This allows you to be able to present a PowerPoint just like you would to a room full of people. You can control the slides and move through them using the arrows below the presentation. As you can see, here are the arrows, and you would just continue to present your PowerPoint like you would for any PowerPoint. Once you reach the end, once again, you're going to be able to stop sharing at the top middle of your screen. Now let's see what's going to happen if we want Betsy to share. First things first, I'm going to make Betsy a presenter. I'm going to right-click on her icon on my screen and click Make Presenter. This is going to give her the option to present her screen. Now she's going to be presenting an Excel spreadsheet to the group. So as you can see, inside of her web app, she can click Share Screen. If she had not been made a presenter, she would not be able to do this. So now she is sharing her Excel spreadsheet. So if you look at my view here in just a second after it loads, now I can see Betsy's screen. So as you can see, whether or not someone has Skype for Business installed or is using the web app, everyone can contribute to the meeting. Now that we've shared everything, let's go ahead and we'll have Betsy stop sharing her screen. And I want to show you a few pieces of things you can use at the end of a meeting to help with the collaboration and productivity. By clicking on the screen icon, you can click on More. As you will see, there's 3 things you can do. 1, you can use the whiteboard. 2, you can take a poll. Or 3, you can use the Q&A. First, I'm going to show you how to use the Q&A. The Q&A obviously is for questions and answers. This is really great when you have a large group and you want to make sure that everybody understood everything in the presentation and to make sure no one has questions. So, for example, if Carrie has a question, she can type it into the box on her screen and hit enter. That's then going to pull up on my screen, and as a presenter, I'm going to be able to answer it. I can simply click on Answer and put my answer. And everybody in the meeting can ask as many questions as they want, and there will be a transcript on your screen. If you want to save this transcript for later use, you can click Save As. This is going to prompt the File Explorer to open, and for you to save the Q&A as a text file. Now let's look at Poll. As you would guess, Poll is taking a poll of your audience. So when Poll comes up, you can give the poll a name. I'm just going to leave it as Poll, and I can ask a question. And then you're going to give answer choices, and then you're going to click Create. This will allow your meeting participants, so Betsy and Carrie, to answer this question. Now, I'm not going to know who answered what. These are anonymous, so I do not know which one answered what. Now, you have a few poll actions here. You can close a poll so nobody else can answer. You can choose whether you hide the results from your attendees or show them to everyone. You can edit the poll question and change it and change your choices, or you can save the poll results. Just like for Q&A, it's going to save it to your File Explorer in whatever folder you choose, and it's going to save it as a PNG image. Now lastly, let me show you how to use Whiteboard. Whiteboard is one of the most collaborative tools inside of Skype for Business. It's a great way for the entire group to collaborate on ideas that they got from the presentation. With the whiteboard, everyone, including Betsy, even though she doesn't have Skype for Business, can text, draw or write on the screen, which requires a touch screen, highlight, erase, use symbols, draw lines and arrows, create flowcharts, insert pictures. There's just so many things you can do here, and it's a really great way to get all of your ideas down on paper, or in this instance, Skype for Business. So as you can see, Carrie's already typing. I happen to be using a Surface Pro, so I'm actually going to use my pen and use the write feature, and I'm going to write. I can also draw, and I can also use features over here, such as erase. I can come here and I can draw arrows. I can insert pictures. Once you've inserted them, you can actually move them around. Sorry, I'm still on arrow. And I can type text. Once you're done and everybody has collaborated and you've got what you want, chances are you're probably going to want to save it. So you can do this by clicking on the ellipses and clicking Save As, which you can save to any folder you wish, or Send to OneNote. This will put it directly into your OneNote notebook. So now we are done, and I'm going to stop sharing, and that will make the whiteboard go away. So this was the end of a successful meeting. So now I can actually hang up by clicking the red hang up button. Now you will notice the meeting is actually still going on. The meeting does not end until everyone has left. So if I need to rejoin, I can simply click the rejoin button. Now let's go and find that recording we made earlier. I'm going to exit out of my Skype business meeting, and I'm going to come into actual Skype, and I'm going to find my options wheel up here on the top. I'm going to click on Tools and click on Recording Manager. And as you can see, here's the meeting, sales meeting. and the recording that I did earlier. It was only 22 seconds. From here, I can publish it. This publishes as an MP4, so it can be emailed or shared with others. You can rename your recording, or you can play it. The recording will have captured all the screen share and the audio. If the recording is no longer needed, you can delete it. This concludes our demonstration. I hope you have learned everything you need to use Skype for business meetings and that you can now have productive meetings with anyone you wish. Thank you so much for watching, and have a good day.